Let's focus in on the quarterback, Jared Goff, Brock Purdy. Who are you more confident in?
Jared Goff. Jared Goff has more experience in the postseason. He has a better resume than Brock Purdy. His numbers are better than Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy didn't finish the game. Like, we got to finish that, though. Like, he didn't even, he was there. Like, he was present.
He tapped out.
They're like, Brock, what's wrong? It's one of my shoulders. Which one? It's both.
Okay, I'm just giving facts. I haven't even given my opinion yet.
Purdy. Pressure coming, gets checked, throws, and it's caught by Samuel. There's Purdy on his feet. Now some pressure. Gets away from Kaminsky. Towards one deep down the field, and it's caught by Hughes. Steps into one. Launching deep, going for Brandon Ayuk. It is. Oh, he caught her off the rim. Pressure steps up, gonna run, has a little room. Purdy with a nice move, touchdown. Purdy still going, staying on his feet, down to the foul. Rush, Purdy in some trouble, escapes, looking for the first down. He's got it in more. Brock Purdy with the legs inside. And there it is. The 49ers are going to the Super Bowl.
The Brock Purdy game manager narrative is officially done. Let's talk about that game. Thoughts about how Brock Purdy played, how the 49ers willed themselves to victory over the Detroit Lions. And now for a rematch of the 2019 Super Bowl, Chiefs, 49ers, Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas. Let's get into it, y'all. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Ryan Tigey, back in action, live in front of a camera and a microphone. Oh, baby, what a game, what a game, what a game. I don't believe I've ever been as stressed in recent memory watching the San Francisco 49er football game. My God, could it have been any more dramatic? My emotions were literally on a roller coaster, and I'm sure many of you guys were as well. But Jesus, that was unbelievable to watch. That comeback, that narrative is now gone as well, that they can't come back when they're down at half. Just an all-around unbelievable performance, an unbelievable game. And God damn it, I love being a 49er fan. That was amazing. There's going to be one of two options following that game, whether I was going to want to watch all the national media punditry or if I didn't. Well, if they lost, I would have gone into media hibernation, wouldn't have wanted to see anything, heard anything, any of that, because it would have been loud. But of course, since they ended up winning, I literally love when it gets down to two teams in a Super Bowl, all the conversation is around your ball team, AKA the San Francisco 49ers. But of course, I went into it thinking too good of thoughts. My hopes were too high because the national media, as they tend to always do, they let me down. And a couple things I wanted to address about that. The kind of overarching theme that I heard from the 49ers when the national punditries were speaking about that game last night, instead of focusing on how unbelievably amazing that comeback was, the highest deficit in NFC Championship history comeback, being down 17 points going into halftime. Instead of talking about that, no. It was talking about all the ifs.
If Jahmyr Gibbs doesn't slip, they go up 3 scores on the screen. That's a touchdown.
But what happens if he doesn't finish it off?
If Goff doesn't, miss it too on the same drive, it's a touchdown.
I look at Brock Purdy. You want me to tell you what I asked myself? That happens in Kansas City. You think he's coming back? He ain't coming back.
If the Detroit Lions player didn't drop that pass, the game would have been different. If Dan Campbell didn't go for it on this 4th down and kick 3 points, the game would have been different. And that's just, of course, that's what the national media wants to talk about versus focusing about how the Niners balled out and dropped their nuts on the Detroit Lions and crushed their hopes and dreams of this Cinderella feel-good story, threw them in the toilet and flushed it because the better team won, and that was the 49ers. And as I was thinking about it, if had Josh Allen done what Brock Purdy had done, had Lamar Jackson done what Brock Purdy done, it would have been, oh my God, it would have been so dramatically different, been getting unbelievable amounts of praise. But again, they're not giving credit when credit's due to Brock Purdy himself, because that dude is a fucking dog. And for those in the national media about game manager Brock Purdy, they will be nothing but extreme doofuses if they continue to try to emphasize that, regardless of what happens from this point on moving forward. In the last 2 games, playoff games, Brock Purdy has willed this team back to victory, so the 49ers continue to advance. And you hear it from all the 49ers players talking about it, that he is the guy that made this happen.
What can you say about Brock Purdy and his performance tonight?
Heck of a game manager. Wow. Managed the heck out of that game, boy. He the reason we're going to have a chance to win us a ring. I love him.
What can you say for what you saw from Brock Purdy out there?
He's a man amongst boys, man. He a battler, he a fighter. And I'm just proud to call him my brother because, I mean, this is what we've been saying all year. Things ain't always go right, but when it's on the line and we got to make a play, Brock always do, so I'm proud of him.
Through this second half, playing from behind, what can you say about his poise and his ferocity?
Honestly, I can only say that I'm just happy he's my quarterback, and I say this confidently. I wouldn't rather have no quarterback in the National Football League than 13, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart, man. I'm happy that guy's on my team. Such a humble, hard-working young dude. I mean, to be so young and early in his career, man, I'm just happy I'm being able to witness this right now.
What can you say about what Brock Purdy did in the second half?
It's what he did all year. It's what he did all year. We never doubted him in this locker room. We let other people talk about that. That kid is a hell of a player. He's the main reason we're here.
What can you say about Brock Purdy and the way he was able to just engineer that comeback in the second half?
Man, I don't have enough good things to say about Brock. All he's done since he's been here is play at an elite level, and everything starts with him. And I'm just we're lucky he's our quarterback. He takes a lot of heat for absolutely no reason. All he's done is been a great leader, been a great player, and I'm so proud of him and pumped up that I get another one with him this year.
So from here moving forward, any person I hear say that, they're a mark and they don't deserve to have anyone's attention. But maybe that's exactly why they're on there. Maybe it's because they want clicks, and that's what all that shit is about on your traditional television media. But what happened? Obviously, the first half of the game wasn't good, really, on any level. Their offense was absolutely buzzsawing. Our defense couldn't get a stop, couldn't get off the field on third down. That has been a consistent theme in this Shanahan era for whatever reason. Third and long, third and medium, third and short, they convert. So I had nothing really positive going in to halftime, nor as I'm sure did anybody else. I think the vast majority of the people watching the game thought it was over. But boy, oh boy, you should have known better. I should have known better. In the third quarter, the script got flipped. The 49ers in the third quarter outscored the Lions 17-0. They outgained in offensive yards with a massive differential. Niners had 170 yards to the Lions 42 yards. Tayshaun Gibson, the OG safety on the 49ers. I fucking love that guy. He was the one that came up with a massive turnover, stripping the ball from Jahmyr Gibbs, and it was the first turnover the Lions have had in their playoff run.
Here is Gibbs. Up the middle, he runs into a wall, and the ball came out. Ball is loose. Who's got it? 49ers recover.
Just unbelievable. So the script got flipped in the third quarter. Our defense stood up and started to get stops, although they were still a little leaky in some aspects of the remaining time left in the game. But what really happened? Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy, for those that have any doubt if he's a guy or not, if he's a dude or not, he threw casually for 127 yards in the fourth quarter. That's just in the air. We're not talking about the amazing runs he had, scrambles for massive explosive plays. The Lions were up 24-7 going into half. The 49ers were down 17 points and, of course, rallied to end up winning the game 34-31. But really, the momentum swung as we got into the second half. Brock Purdy, stats, 13 of 16, 174 yards with one passing TD to BA. That was a dot thrown to BA. No interceptions, and he had a passer rating of 132. And then, of course, he ran for 52 yards. I think his over-under was like 16, something like that. 6 or 16. It was something relatively small. 52 yards rushing, all in key spots, in huge spots of the game. And then, of course, he had 3 yards got taken away from his total rushing to end with like 48 or 47 due to the kneel downs that he took at the end of the game. But I really think the 49ers did some different things that I noticed essentially pretty quickly as the second half started. And one of those things being a lot of times, obviously the 49ers offense, they're by far and away the team that has the most shifts and motions. And so naturally the defense, they're expecting that because they damn near do it every play. And I saw on multiple occasions, they got up to the line and quick snapped the ball, which it almost seemed to catch the defense off guard because there was no pre-motions, no shifts, anything of that nature that they always do. Quick snap, boom, strikes down the field. And it worked beautifully. So that's a big shout out to Shanahan. And then, of course, Brock Purdy making plays, buying time when needed. Even on that juice play, when he caught that massive catch on the right side of the field when Brock Purdy moved to his left. Juice, I believe, was supposed to be running a corner route. So he was supposed to go up and back to the, like, basically the corner of the end zone type area on the left hash. And he got caught up with Aiden Hutchinson, the defensive end, and it was just pure playmakers making plays. Juice understood that he took too long to get to his route he was supposed to be in. Brock Purdy was already on the move. And so what did he do? He found space, made eye contact, was able to throw his arm up, little mailbox money there, and Purdy delivered a strike. Absolutely unbelievable. And that was something that was extremely noticeable and unbelievable. And I think one of the biggest plays for that manager narrative to just get shut down was the ball that Purdy threw to Juwan Jennings. The balls Purdy showed on that play, it was in the third quarter. The Niners were still down 17 points. Brock Purdy took off to his left because he was getting pressure almost immediately. As he is running left, he had the ability to flip his hips and throw the ball back to the middle of the field. And no. Not only did he just casually throw it, he saw a linebacker near Juwan and able to have touch and lob it up. So Juwan was the only person to get it. And of course, what does Jennings do? One-handed grab on third down, move the fucking chains. It was unbelievable. One of the best playmaker pass and catch that you could show when people want to talk their shit about our quarterback, the San Francisco 49ers quarterback, Big Cock Brock. And then from there, tied 24-24 going into the fourth quarter. That's when Purdy became the dude. In his second year as quarterback, he put the team on his back. And once again, just like he did in Green Bay, he willed the team to win this game. I can't say enough good things about it, about him, about the character of this football team, about Shanahan, literally everything. It was an ugly yet beautiful victory, and it was so sweet. And I just had to get that out there for y'all. We got 2 weeks till the Super Bowl. I'll be back soon breaking some down my initial thoughts of the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes playing unbelievable. Kelsey showed up and dunked on the Ravens. It's going to be a fun one, and it's a rematch. And I think this Niners team is in a much better position today than they were in 2019 to get the job done. And that's what we'll go through here in future videos. All right, y'all. I just had to give my 2 cents, put it out there. And yeah, we'll talk soon. Until then, like, comment, subscribe, hit me up. Go Niners. Peace.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, I've been on the flex since flex zone. Neighborhood all